Saturday, June 18th, 2022, and you're listening to Jared and Mike Tell It Right podcast. Jared, how the fuck you doing, man? We haven't done this in a while.
I know, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing good, man. It's summertime. Things get busy. And like it doesn't even have to be. It's just, summer is just one of those times where it's like I feel like I have to be doing something even if I don't have anything to do.
Let's talk about those sleeves for a second.
Like that.
Yeah,
Break out the guns.
Yeah, the
20-inch pythons, baby.
They're fucking out.
Sun's out, guns out.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. You know what's awesome, dude? 3 motherfucking weeks till Fan Expo, man.
I'm excited.
Oh my god, I cannot wait.
And also now feel like I'm extremely rushed.
You know what I love? You know what I love right now? We're dominating TikTok when it comes to Fan Expo Chicago.
Good.
But nobody's looking. Nobody's watching it any more than the 200 that have. But we're still the number one video right now.
Here's the thing. After the Fan Expo, and people are like, oh, let's see if I can find something about the Fan Expo, we're going to pop up.
That's what I'm hoping.
Me too. And then we'll find out how many people actually really hate us.
Yeah, right.
These guys suck.
These guys are terrible. They got a decent ass business card.
Right.
Oh man, those are on the way. So anybody at Fan Expo, if you do run into us, you are going to get a business card QR code thingy, so you can find us. But
possibly a chance to win a shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see about that though. Money's tight right now.
Money is tight. The Fed just raised the rates, so they've taken the money out of the system right now. There's not a whole lot of money out there.
Yeah, we don't have that disposable income.
They're bringing the demand down on us.
Yeah,
fuckers. I mean, they don't even want you fucking driving anymore.
Yeah.
$10 a gallon. There you go.
I mean, that's the Fan Expo. We're going 4 days. I mean, that's a lot of driving.
I know it is, but it's gonna be worth it.
It better be.
You know, it's gonna be worth it when we grab that shot when we passed I-290 on 294, and we see the city skyline right there. Hey, if we're lucky, we'll get Heinz VA Hospital in there too, because that fucker just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah,
maybe
an airplane flying over us because we're going to near O'Hare.
Back in the day when I worked in construction, so I was driving with the owner of the company. We were coming from a job, and so we were on 294, and we were coming up to that point, and I'm looking at the city skyline, and then I'm like, holy shit, man, is that Heinz over there? Because we did a lot of work in Heinz VA Hospital, and I guess I'm not explaining the story before. I just I was nervous, so I just kept talking the whole time. This guy is probably like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. But then there I go out of nowhere. Oh my god, is that Heinz VA Hospital? Like this like fucking little speck of a building that's just tall above everything else. And then he's like, yeah, I guess it is. Oh shit, yeah, never actually thought about that. Driving down here all the time. But yeah, we'll get that shot. So
yeah, I've got high hopes for this coming up here.
I do too. I think the big thing for me is not only are celebrities going to be there, but I really want to learn more about the fan world. And I want to learn, I was saying before, I want to learn more about Dungeons and Dragons. I think that's a cool fucking game. And you know what? What's cool about that game that I do know is that game did set, I guess a lot of games are based off of pretty much Dungeons and Dragons. So any role-playing game that you play on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, that all resorts to Dungeons and Dragons that people played in the fucking early 80s, late 70s, up until now.
I think it's making a comeback right now.
I think it is.
My cousin goes on Saturday mornings or afternoons to some bar and plays Dungeons and Dragons at a bar. Like they host a Dungeon and Drag or D&D like things at a
I'd
bar.
want to. I'd want to do that once in my life.
Yeah, but you have to like make like little characters and stuff. Like they were hitting me up to 3D print characters for them. It's
Yeah,
like him and his wife go.
that's right. They do. You do bring your own characters. I don't like. Yeah, like you kind of create your own characters. Like, I mean, don't you think? Like, I guess like yeah, it's based off rolling dice.
Yeah.
So you create your character based off like so when you roll the die that are the certain die. I mean, because there's a couple different ones that are involved.
Yeah.
That I don't quite understand yet.
There's like dodecahedron
yeah.
dice where it's got like 80 numbers on it.
They just call them like D and how many sides they have on them. So
Yeah.
I forget what the Dungeons and Dragons one is, like D8 or something, or maybe even more. But like, yeah, that's how you like build your like your characteristics of your character. So like the dungeon master rolls it, and it's like, okay, you get this much. If I remember from games correctly, you get like charisma, you get like intelligence, you get like strength, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if like you can hit like customize your characters and like have like special weapons, or is that something that has to be predetermined at the roll? I don't know.
Like, but you can be anything though. It doesn't have to be like
you can be a dark
like it
elf.
doesn't have to like but it doesn't have to be like medieval anymore. Like you could be like
Star
a crazy
Wars.
like Squanchy from Rick and Morty. Like that could be your character, but like he's got like a robot head and like he's like T-1000 from the Terminator. Like you could do that weird shit with it, and it doesn't have to be. I always thought it was like knights and dragons, and obviously Dungeons and Dragons, but now it's like a completely different open world, if you will.
Right. Like the one I'm more interested in playing would be Star Wars. I think that would be kind of cool. But like that's the thing though. The thing that I do understand about that is you have to have it. It all depends on your dungeon master. So if you got a fucking sweet dungeon master, you're gonna have a good game. But they do everything based off books though. So there's already books with predetermined layouts and like all this other shit. But like a true D&D player fucking makes his own story. Like a true dungeon master, they'll put together his story. He won't need a book.
Well, so speaking of something like that, it's rumored that in the next year or two, they're going to be coming out with a open world Star Wars video game. And basically you pick whatever race or species or whatever you want to be, and you buy stuff and grow a person, but it's completely open world. Like I could be a Mandalorian and go bounty hunting across the galaxy
and make an income and stuff, right?
Yeah. So and like I'm probably just going to spend the rest of my life playing that game once it comes out.
Well, speaking of that, there was this game years ago. I found it in college. It's when I found Battlestar Galactica, because it was a Battlestar Galactica game. I think I'd been seeing it, as an ad, and I'm like, and then I've been seeing Battlestar Galactica on Netflix, and I'm like, maybe I'll watch this and play the video game. So I started watching it, and I started playing this video game my senior year in college, and it was awesome. Like you got like a fighter, or like a fighter jet, whatever they were called, the Vipers. And then like, you just like, I don't know, you just kept going through this galaxy, like mining water and fucking metals and shit. And then like there would be like clans and stuff that people start. And then they would go after like the Cylon people, because you could choose your side and all. It was like an open world thing, like you said. Yeah. And it was so badass, but they had to take it down, or they got rid of it, and then they made some other role-playing game that's kind of gay.
Well, one of the big ones is like Elder Scrolls. I played that for a little bit, and that's a big open world, like knights in shining armor type crazy thing. And I mean, the problem with it, and this is why it's going to be bad, because again, I love Star Wars. So just pretending to be a Star Wars person is going to be great. But like, it's all just the dumbest shit ever. Because like you could play the game for 3 hours and accomplish nothing.
Right.
It's like you have to devote so much time to that game. Like,
Yeah,
otherwise you will be nothing.
it's crazy.
I don't know.
Man.
It's, that role playing shit. Like, now that I have time in my life, it's like, I'm going to do that.
But I'm interested.
Up like cosplay shit.
Yeah, so I'm interested in definitely like that kind of stuff. So that gaming aspect. But dude, cosplay is interesting. So I kind of want to like, I'm hoping we can talk with people and kind of like understand like why they do it. Like is there a story like kind of like that last guy we talked to, like doing it out of spite, because some jagoff wouldn't take a picture with him, or
yeah. That
or is it
literally like you could never ask for a better person to interview on the spot, but that gentleman.
I know,
because he literally had it like to a T of like his reasons. Like, he's been interviewed before for sure.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. And if he hasn't, good on him, because he could interview pretty well.
Right. No, if you guys do check out our TikTok, I did release it. So there are people that are. So I think you were explaining this to me the other day, Jared. So people are gonna just dress up as cosplay, like yourself.
Yeah.
But then there's people that are actually competing.
Yes.
And so yeah, they started putting people up there on what do you call it, on the Fan Expo website. So did make a TikTok running through all those people that are gonna be there. So so I mean they look like they got good costumes so far, but just not a whole lot of. It looked like it was more Fallout stuff. Like,
it's more, a lot of the anime stuff gets a lot of more cosplay. I mean,
right,
Star Wars is huge, but
right, but like anime. I noticed. So there's a guy that he was dressed up as like a dude from Fallout, and then there was this girl and cosplay. The only reason I'm like, I really know her is because we're ahead of her video on TikTok. Now she's got like over 7,000 views. Don't get me wrong, so she's got us beat there. But our video is popping up ahead. But then again, if you kind of think about like search term shit and like SEO stuff, like you kind of want to be like the third spot when you're searching something anyway. You never really want to be the first spot, I guess.
I mean, we're the top spot for a reason, because we're the shit.
Or we're shit. One or the other.
But cosplay, man, I'm excited for this. We're gonna see. This is so. If anybody's just listening to us, we have never been to one of these before, ever. Either one of us never gone to any of this. So this is going to be a first time for the both of us, and
we're going sober too.
Yeah, and I dove into this like head first, because now I have like my entire family dressing up and going with me. Like, and I've just since like, since December when I got my 3D printer, I've been making costumes, and like I'm just finishing them up, and I've made altogether now 4 costumes. So it's going to be pretty fucking tight.
Yeah,
like, and I'll post some pictures for you, but like this Fennec Shand helmet and everything that I made, and the Sabine Wren that I made for my daughter, like it's going to be pretty tight. And yeah, I just can't wait. Like,
not physically tight, like awesome.
No,
I just want to clarify that for everybody.
No, it's
that's the guy that makes tight costumes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's been like, I just the other day sewed a kilt thing to go with the Boba Fett costume. I like to call it a butt cape because it only just covers your butt and it goes down to like your knee, but it doesn't go like up your back. So I've been calling it a butt cape, but I made a pleated like half skirt.
It's awesome.
And I sewed it together. Like, I have never done this shit in my life.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can pick up when you're interested in doing something. It's like, no, you never catch me sewing. But dude, that would be pretty dope to have a fucking, that dude's costume.
Yeah.
No, I like thought about it too in the past. Like, I always thought like I guess like Daredevil's costume was always pretty badass.
He got ruined by Ben Affleck. You can't do that. You might as well just go as the Green Lantern, like fucking Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Just shout out to Ryan Reynolds on that one.
Shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
Doing terrible movies. Like,
hey, you know what though? I found out
the Adam Project.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He's got a fucking football team out in Canada, or a soccer team. I'm sorry, we're in America. Soccer. He's got a soccer team. Okay, him and the dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They own a soccer team. So I mean, yeah, and I think like so. There's like a lot of historic value to this team. All right, it's like one of the first football teams ever started in Canada, or soccer, whatever. So it's an old stadium too on top of it, and so there's like this huge thing to preserve it and all this crap. But it was an opportunity for them to jump on it and kind of manage it. So I mean, who knows? Maybe maybe that team does. It's failing, and he's got to do all these BS movies like.
He's pulling Nicolas
the Adam
Cage.
He's pulling a Nicolas Cage with the Adam Project. I mean, I'm sure he got paid a lot, and they probably paid for those football players or soccer players. They probably were able to, have a meal that night because of the Adam Project. So
I mean, it's either do the Adam Project or sucking penis. I mean,
or file bankruptcy on a
and then he owns Mint Mobile too.
Does he own it?
I don't know. It says he's one of the owners, but why would you own a cell phone company?
That's a cell phone company? I thought it was like a
Mint
cryptocurrency thing. Oh, Mint Mobile. Well, yeah. I hear the word mint, like US.
Yeah, no.
US coin mint.
His Mint Mobile is this like cell phone company that he owns.
Well, I mean,
maybe that's failing too.
You know what? That's probably a result of like Canadian sanctions on China. Hey, we need another telecommunications company. Let's ask Ryan Reynolds. We're Canada.
He's like, he could become the president of Canada probably, just because people from Canada depend on him so much to even be relevant.
Jared. So there's a customer I talked to the other day trying to buy something from me, and he was from Canada. Here's the best part. So he's asking where this product's manufactured. I'm like, somewhere up in Wisconsin, And I'm like, but I don't know. They might have manufacturing in Canada. He's like, oh, no, man. He's like, they wouldn't have it in Canada. Oh, no. Well, I'm like, well, in that case, I'm like, they're obviously supplying the U.S. first, because this guy said he can't get this product for like 2 years right now.
Canada's fucked, man. I've gotten a few people because they can't get product up there.
Yeah.
And like, I honestly probably have seen where I'd usually see maybe one Canadian call a week. I've seen like 5 or 6, 7 this week because they're getting time frames of like years for products.
Yeah. I spoke to God today. He said he could get me out of this one, but you're fucked.
And because of how fucked our economy is, the guy was like, yeah, our money is now worth like 80% of yours.
Awesome.
And their taxes are through the roof. Like he was like, yeah, this is going to cost where it's like $6,000 by you. It's like $10,000 here. Wow. US.
Tell him he's on the wrong side. You're on the wrong side of the board.
I don't even know what to say to those people. Yeah, that sucks. Like, it sucks here, let alone.
Everybody's moving to Idaho, and now it's not worth it to move to Idaho. Property taxes have skyrocketed.
I saw this meme the other day, and just a side note, it was like the millennials housing like dream is that it crashes. Like it's not home ownership isn't like anything that we can really accomplish in a lot of cases right now for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like, look at remember Al Bundy from Married with Children?
Yeah.
The man worked at a shoe store and had a big ass house and garage and everything. Like that shit ain't happening anymore, even on a 2-income family.
You know, that always interested me. Like back in the day, like how people like, oh yeah, I graduated high school and I bought the business off this dude. And it's like, dude, if I wanted to buy a business, I'd have to start talking to banks, and then they would probably be like, well, no, you have no fucking experience doing this. I'm not giving you the money. You know what I mean? It's like, how the hell did you, like I get it, like costs were down, but like still, like, I mean, you still didn't make that money to buy a business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think, yeah, like maybe the banks gave more money or gave money out. You know,
it wasn't
dressed
as
up nice.
You go in there and show them, like, make a presentation.
Yeah, like the guy from the Wizard movie.
The Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four Beasts.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that guy though. He was going to the bank and he's got his suitcase with all his pastries in there, and I'm like, it's crazy.
Fantastic Four Beasts.
The Fantastic Four Beasts. Spin-off of Harry Potter.
What's his name? Johnny
Tsunami?
No. No, Johnny from the Fantastic Four.
Johnny Flame?
Yeah, Johnny, his last name's not Flame.
No, it's I don't know. It's what was his sister's name? The invisible bitch. She was
I don't know.
Well, so there's Dr. Reed Richards.
Yeah. There's Sue Storm. Oh, Johnny Storm. Yeah, because there was her.
Oh, that's brother. Right. Yeah, their last name was Storm. Yeah,
Johnny Sue Storm and Johnny Storm, and then
Johnny Flame.
Yeah, Johnny Flame.
Flame on.
You had the Thing.
What was that guy's name? Dude. Brock. Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, that's funny. Like Pokemon, that like they did something similar where there was the rock guy, the guy that messed with all the rock Pokemon. His name was Brock. If your name's Brock out there, you probably like rocks.
And the Thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, like, you got to imagine, like, you're sitting there with Stan Lee. So what's the name of this guy? The Thing? I love it. Publish it. Make triplicate.
Ship it.
Yeah, ship it. Publish it.
Oh,
ship it. So
yeah, it's coming up, man. 3 weeks, Fan Expo.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good time.
We've had some, you know, we'll go over this real quick, but we've had some people fall out on this already, some celebrities, and not too happy about this because I really care less about Dante Bosco and fucking Rufio from, what do you call it, from Hook. Fuck him.
Rufio.
Yeah. Dante Bosco or Basco. I don't know.
Yeah.
But fuck him. He doesn't need to come out here. That's fine. He can go sit there, get his royalty checks that are only worth $1.50, whatever. But
show him off to everybody.
But man, then there was Nathan Fillion. Oh man, that's a shame. I mean, that guy's awesome. I've always known him from Firefly, the show on Fox. But like, he does all kinds of comedy, and like he's like usually like he's just a special guest like on the show for the day, or for an episode. But he does a lot of these.
He's in Saving Private Ryan.
That's right. He's James Frederick Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you James Francis Ryan from Iowa? Yeah. No, I'm James Frederick Ryan from fucking like Nebraska or
Idaho or fucking turd in the wall.
He's like, are my brothers all right? They're still in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine. Yeah, like you gotta be embarrassed and like feel like shit inside though too, if that were to really happen. Like I just got a guy all worked up because they didn't ask what his fucking middle name was. Yeah.
He's already in a stressful situation. Yeah, Nathan Fillion, that's gonna suck. I mean, he wasn't at the top of my list, but I mean it's cool that he was gonna be there.
But the top of our list did back out, and that's what sucks.
Yeah, LeVar
Burton. But hey, I mean, he's got a whole nother fucking thing going on for him. He's got to stop the books from being banned. I mean,
yeah. He's going to Germany again.
Maybe. I mean, he's actually from Germany.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is. If he's his parents are in the military and he was just born in Germany, or if his parents actually were, German, yeah, and decided to move to America. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they were American. I'd have to look at his story. But it would have been awesome to go to Fan Expo and just fucking ask him, like, hey, you fucking German? No, man.
You think he puts on those crazy glasses from Star Trek and smokes a fatty every once in a while?
He has to. I would.
Just
like
that thing on, that visor, and just fucking roach a bone.
Yeah. He sits in his chair. Like, that would be like the best, like at the end of like a TV show that he's cameoing in.
Read a book. Yeah.
Yeah. He sits down, puts the visors on, he leans back, lights a joint, and then opens up a book.
Yeah. I bet you more people would read.
I mean, he's encouraged a lot of kids to read. I mean, that's just
like, think of how scarred how he's like brainwashed us. Like, I could sing that song right now.
Yeah.
I
mean,
it's burned into my brain.
But I don't think there's any ill, intentions behind him, unless they're just trying to brainwash us so we'd be some kind of fucking.
Maybe if you play that song backwards, it says, sorry, just to make you kill people or something.
Yeah, or it's just
go, Lucifer will come for you if you don't kill, this and that. And you're like, then you play it forward and it's just the regular
reading Rainbow. But
oh, shit.
But yeah, so we kind of lost out on LeVar Burton. I guess there's Ki Hu Kwan from Indiana Jones and the Goonies.
Ki Kwan.
We kind of lost him too.
Yeah.
Oh well. But hey, we're not going to let that stop us from going to Fan Expo. So no, we're gonna tear shit apart.
So I saw some video from Fan Expo Dallas that was just this weekend.
Yeah.
And apparently there's like a 2-hour line for people to meet Gina Carano.
Probably cross her off our list right now.
Yeah. 2-hour wait. Like, you had to wait in line and do nothing for 2 hours.
It's crazy. I mean, that's why they got to be like 4-day events, because it's like, well, you're going to spend a day trying to meet somebody.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of, well, I do have that patience, but it had to be somebody really badass.
Well, I'm hoping we can like see presentations and stuff too. Like,
the VIP pass that we have gets you into the Q&A rooms, but it doesn't guarantee you a seat.
So kind of like a first come, first serve.
Yeah, but you could stand in there.
Oh, well, that's fine. I care less. But yeah, no, that'd be that's gonna be cool. I can't wait for that shit either. So
yeah,
but we did get some sign-ons though, even though we lost a few. Fan Expo Chicago gained a few. So how do we pronounce this guy's name? John
Bernthal,
the Punisher.
Yeah, I'd say Bernthal.
I mean, here's my thing.
Barenthal.
I guess he does a good job as the Punisher, the more recent one, but I mean, still like the Tom Jane one.
Yeah,
Jane. Yeah,
I mean, he was on like the series Punisher.
No, I know
they're bringing it back though. I hear.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's going to be on a different station, or a different person. Somebody's doing it.
I'll tell you what, man. I've never had wild turkey ever. I maybe once, but when I saw the Punisher with Tom Jane, and like he just like fucking gulps that, Like it was kind of like an inspiration. Like if I want to be badass, I should be drinking fucking wild turkey right now. And just like pulling bullets out of my chest. You know? He's just like sitting there like gulping it and then pulling a fucking bullet out.
I mean, that doesn't really happen.
No.
I'm sorry.
But I mean, like, fucking I don't even know what kind of car he had, like a classic car that he like turned into like a tank. Pretty much.
That was the worst one though. Like Punisher Warzone, that was badass.
Who played in that? Who is
the British guy? That's he's in like Gone in 60 Seconds.
Nicolas Cage?
No.
No, I don't know. I'm just playing.
He's
you mean the guy that played the transporter?
No.
Oh. That probably would have been a good Punisher. Jason Statham.
He's been in movies with Jason Statham, probably. Okay, Ray Stevens.
He's not the guy that played James Bond, is he?
No, that's Craig. What's his face? He's been in a bunch of shit.
Ray Stevens.
He's in Thor. He's in The Three Musketeers. He's in.
This guy's old.
He's going to be in Ahsoka. 2027 showing.
This guy's old though.
Now he is.
Oh.
Yeah, now he's old. But
Ray Stevens, everyone. The Punisher.
He's in Das Boot. Vikings. He was in the Clone Wars.
Das Boot? What do you mean? The fucking beer fest?
No, it's called Das Boot. It's a
really
TV series. It's outright. It's this year. He was in the Clone Wars. He did the Phantom Apprentice Scar Saxon voice. Yeah, he did a bunch of shit. Thor Ragnarok, Volstagg.
Let me get an image of this guy real quick. Oh no,
he was in Rebels as Guard Saxon.
Oh, he played in Thor.
Yeah, he's in Thor.
He's the guy with the big ass beard and hair.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's in the Book of Eli, the other guys, Kill the Irish.
Kind of looks like Alec Baldwin in some of these pictures.
He was on The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Anyways, he did a good Punisher. I like his because he didn't talk a lot. He's just kind of a badass.
But what the hell's Logan? Is that supposed to be the movie Logan with?
Logan is
like Logan's Run.
No, that's from it's Wolverine. You know,
it is a Wolverine. So
he's it's where Wolverine gets really old.
Boyd Holbrook.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, where his wife isn't it? Where his girl gets murdered?
No, that's Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
This is Logan, and it's where he's getting old and like dying, and
so this
is with Professor X, and Professor X is like got dementia, and he's like killing people because he's like having these attacks, and like his brain's like pausing time and like hurting people.
Jesus
and so they
Christ.
keep him. Like Logan's moved into Mexico with this other mutant, and they keep Professor X in this like abandoned silo so that his brainwaves can't get out.
Jesus Christ.
You haven't seen this movie?
No.
Oh man, it's pretty good. It's on Freevee right now. It's the IMDb app.
Yeah. Okay.
It's free.
Check it out.
It's a good movie.
So that's Boyd Holbrook from Logan.
Well, he's the antagonist in that movie. He's got this like robot hand. He's like kind of like a bounty hunter guy for trying to find these kids that escaped some mutant lab.
Mutant hunters.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's worth watching.
Okay, well, maybe I'll check it out. We got Emilio Riviera from Sons of Anarchy, which I don't even remember that guy. Yeah, fuck. And then we got Breck Basinger from Stargirl, some DC comic.
Is that Kim Basinger's kid?
I didn't look into her. she's just wearing a costume that in her, or yeah, she's wearing a costume in her picture. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it's all about. Stargirl, I've never heard of it, but it sounds like it's some kind of ripoff of like fucking Captain Marvel or some shit or whatever.
Yeah. We'll see. Looks like it gets good bunch of people. We'll see what happens, but I'm more excited, I think, for the cosplay and the people and getting to talk to some just different people.
Hell yeah, man. So that's 3 weeks from now, guys. You're ready. We'll have that. We'll have a video documentation of that shit. So you'll see that on YouTube. So make sure you're following and subscribing. But all right. So here's the next topic. So
I'm excited about this one for some reason.
So we fucking love Star Wars, and I found this topic. So apparently, or this article. Apparently, Obi-Wan star Ewan McGregor receives a lot of homoerotic fan art, and it's basically featuring himself and Hayden Christensen. I can tell you, like, without pulling this article up, I got it. I'm gonna pull it up here, but right off the top of my head, one word he used was "they're eye-opening." So,
does they actually show any of this?
No, they didn't show any of it, but like he says, like a lot of it depicts romantic relationships between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and he's just like, I don't know how it finds me. It's just, he goes, it's always a bit of an eye opener, and then he's like, he writes right here, or he says right here. You open the envelope and you think you're going to have to sign something, and then you're like, fucking hell. He doesn't, he's like, so it's really a nice feeling for me that, you know, that in that case, but I have a sense, I don't know. I didn't know what he was saying there. Never mind. I'm not going to read that. But yeah, it's just like weird. Like, there's really nothing more to this article except that like he gets homoerotic fucking mail, just like artwork of him and Anakin Skywalker just like duking it out. You know, I don't know. I would like
drives a person to be like, I'm gonna make this painting and I'm gonna send it to this guy and he's gonna like it, or just to freak him out. Like, people have too much time on their hands.
I mean, like, all right. Like, you're sending something to, like, you know, like a celebrity that you respect and all that, but like, you're going to send them like that kind of shit. Like, what kind of attention are you looking for? You know,
right.
Like, are you looking for like him to think you're the coolest dude ever? Or like, do you want him to think you're a fucking weirdo? Like, I mean, like, I guess to
anything to anybody, I think would make you seem a little weird.
Like, but like, yeah, like, it does not sound like it's one person that does this.
No,
it sounds like it's many
billions
people.
Of these weirdos out here. I mean,
yeah, you know, that's another thing that I would like to learn at Fan Expo. Like, maybe that this is a deeper investigation, but like, do some of these cosplayers like lose reality? You know what I mean? Like, do they become the character?
Maybe.
I don't know if we can answer that question there. I think that does require a lot more research.
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, but I think it would be interesting to find out, like, if some of these people, like, that would be a good documentary, just kind of like putting a camera on some cosplayers and just like seeing what their everyday life is kind of like, you know. And I wonder if some people like this is their life and they actually think they're, you know, this character or something. I don't know.
Like, there's people out there that think that they're a lamp. Like, I'm sure that there's some people that think that they are somebody else.
I love,
or want to be somebody else so bad that they are, you know, making themselves that person.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me though, yeah, it'd be just a little weird if people just started sending us homoerotic art. I'd be like, no, I'm done with you. I don't want you to be my fan. I can't appreciate that.
I mean, it depends. I mean, it's kind of nice of them to
depends
go.
on what we're doing in the picture.
Right. That was a really nice one. I'll hang it above my mantle.
Yeah. And it's like that one, like, where we're just like in the clouds touching and we're naked.
Yeah.
We're touching our fingers like that.
Oh, they got the wiener size correct. That's good.
Oh man, he opted for the Stallone wiener.
Right.
The Stallone package.
Oh man. Well, you know what? I did read. So there are after parties for Fan Expo where people can go. So I found one, and so obviously it's at the Rosemont, but afterwards people are going to Dave and Buster's right there, and they said that cosplay is encouraged to come to Dave and Buster's dressed up.
I don't know, man. I mean, I would definitely come with the camera. I think that would be the safest.
No, I think that's what we should do, because on Friday it's from like 7 to 9, and I think we should go.
Let's do it. Yeah,
and just at least see what's going on. Like, I think if we don't go, even if we just go for like an hour,
I might have some Dave and Buster cards that have some credits on them, so we can whack out some whack-a-moles or some shit too.
I'm down.
But
if we miss this, that we're gonna regret it, because
I
think it's gonna be like one of those, holy shit, I didn't know this kind of shit happened.
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. We got the whole weekend.
We do.
It's the whole weekend.
And again, it's only 2 hours after the show ends.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah.
So
be amazing what can happen in 2 hours.
Well,
we'll document it.
Yes.
We'll document it. The underground of cosplay.
Please.
Cosplay underground.
Homoerotic paintings being done.
Hey, would you guys like a homoerotic painting done? I got a whole stand back there. Yeah. Wait, here at Dave and Buster's? What? Yeah, in the back.
You think they'll be selling beer at the Rosemont?
I don't know. Well, it's not a college event, so
no.
I guess beer is open.
I mean, I think I'm going to be disappointed if I don't get some kind of a buzz going while I'm walking around this place.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't think I can do this completely sober. I think there's just a level of anxiety that if I don't have something to just take the edge off.
I'm sure there'll be beer there.
We'll see. Maybe I'll just bring a flask of something.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'll crotch it.
Oh my God.
Right. I'll just have it as part of my cosplay.
But anyways, speaking, we'll discuss this. This one will be on part 2 in the next episode. We'll get back onto the cosplay here. But no. But speaking of Obi-Wan, though, what we were talking about before, or we were talking about Ewan McGregor. But no. Last Wednesday, or not the last episode, but the latest episode of Obi-Wan released. So what did you think, Jared?
I think this is what it needed, because this is like the same shit that they did to us with the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
They drew us in, and then it was like, well, now I have to see what happens, and then I have to see, and then we're just disappointed. And then an episode like this comes back and it's redeeming. And we're like, fuck, now I want to see the next one. And I hear that the next one's supposed to be like an hour and a half long for the finale. Yeah. So it's basically a movie, just a shorter one. But yeah, I mean, I guess put the spoiler alert up. But I think I think the spoiler thing, I think there's a common etiquette now of 72 hours. You have 72 hours to watch that, and if you don't, all bets are off.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
agree.
beyond that.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah, the Darth Vader fucking force stopping all that shit.
It's nuts.
And like then pulling down the spaceship. Like
mad anger.
I love how like powerful he is in this. Like showing off his crazy shit, like breaking necks and shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's
but hey, I was finally like relieved to find out like what was kind of going on with this Reva character.
Yeah.
Cause like, my cousin reached out to me, you had said something, and then everybody was talking about it like on the YouTubes and shit. Like Star Wars Theory, he was talking about it. Like they just felt like her character, there was something weird about her character. It didn't they knew something was being planned for her. They weren't sure. Like a lot of the theories, and that's where I was getting it from, where I thought like she's probably going to turn out to be good, in some way, or there's going to be a redemption on her end where she's gonna, try to like. I was thinking more or less it was going to be her snapping, and then like it was going to be one of those scenes where the rebels are trying to run away, and she was going to sacrifice herself against stormtroopers and Vader or the other brothers or the other Inquisitors. So, but this one also answered what the fuck we saw in the first episode when the Padawans were just running away.
Yeah.
With their master, and then their master got killed, and then they just it answered. So I was thinking like all of those Inquisitors were those Padawans, but then we find out that no, like she was actually supposed to be fucking dead.
Yeah.
So there's still a question on, well, how did she become an Inquisitor? So, and maybe it was you'll find out it's a Palpatine fucking game or something.
He likes to play games.
The fucker loves to play games. I mean, the guy's lived for like 3,000 years, allegedly. I don't know. Yeah. I think I made that up, but I mean, allegedly, he probably did live for 3,000 years.
Yeah.
He's probably the same guy where the Sith, where the Sith went down in the past. He's probably that same guy.
Yeah.
Fucking cloning himself, doing weird shit, playing around with Force lightning,
Right. I mean,
but yeah. What was the other thing though? Reva just turning on Vader.
Yeah. Well, then the Grand Inquisitor coming back.
Yes, that's what it was. Him coming back, dude. So you were calling that because, right? Yeah, you were saying that because like the other canons are like Star Wars Rebels. He's in that.
Yeah. And which is after this time period.
Right. So like I know that was another thing. A lot of people were outraged. Like my cousin, again, he was outraged by it. He was just like, I was really hoping they would build more on that character. Like he's like, that's what he was expecting was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But they really did change that, and they fucking killed him in the second episode or the first episode?
Second episode, I think.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, like you hear him like right in the beginning of the first episode, he said something about there's worse things than dying.
Right.
But I think we're gonna find out it's something with cloning or some shit.
Either that or they recovered him.
One of the two.
Yeah.
It's gotta be something, but there's got to be a reasoning behind it.
But it's
bring him back and be like, oh, he's back.
It's interesting to see how Vader is still Anakin. Like he still has that ego to him, and like he still kind of gets blinded by things with his anger, and he just rushes right into it. Like he shows up at the planet and he's like, I'm gonna go get him. and then he goes in there and they still trick him. Like, I don't know how they pulled that one off. I mean, they really they really looked like everybody was jumping into that first ship. But then, yeah, that ship left. He fucking rips down to the ground, and then all of a sudden another ship just flies off, and that was where everybody was at. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see.
But now Luke's at danger right now.
Yeah.
I can honestly say Reva's not making it after this episode. Or at least she's gonna die eventually. If they're doing a second season, they might drag her out. But
yeah, but
she can't make it.
I don't know. Like, I want to know what the heck the deal was with her finding out about the kid, like Luke. Like, why? Like, what is she gonna do if she's dead? You know,
right?
Like, why does that make any difference if she knew about it or not? Because they showed Obi-Wan like hearing that he, using the Force. He was like, "Oh no, now she knows." But like,
she might use that to Vader as leverage.
Yeah, but why now? Like, he already called her out.
Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking maybe she's gonna have a redemption with the dark side. I don't know. She might have already had that and kind of blew it. But
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. But it's getting intense. I really like the flashback scene. So I expected a lot more of that, and we didn't really get a whole lot of that. I feel like this is like the only episode so far that is really given some good flashback. And what's cool is too the way they're using the flashback. Like, basically, it starts in like Obi-Wan's eyes, and then they do their little duel, and then at the end of wherever they want to cut it from, then it pops up into Vader's eyes.
Yeah.
As like a memory. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought that was cool, like how they did that and how it kind of brought the feeling, and like, yeah, like it's really showing the emotion of their relationship. But like, remember when like Obi-Wan kind of told him like, your need to win is holding you back or whatever.
Yeah.
You can just tell in his eyes like he didn't want to fucking hear that. And like,
yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? I just kicked your ass. Like, and you're going to still put me down, But,
well, one of the interesting things, like somebody pointed out, was when Obi-Wan first walks into the training area and Anakin's staring out into the city. He's looking right at the penthouse where Padme is.
I didn't catch that.
There's like a big tower, and that's where her penthouse is, and he was staring right at it
because he hadn't seen her yet, right?
I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah,
like somebody just pointed that out as like, hey,
But it is weird. Like, I feel like Ewan McGregor, like where he is in age and the way he looks, like he pulls off, like he can still pull off the old Obi-Wan from the movies and like his current Obi-Wan self. But like Hayden Christensen, it does look kind of weird with him as a Padawan, like with the Padawan hair, like because he looks like he's like 30 fucking years old, like a 30-year-old Padawan.
Yeah,
like he's still in high school.
So one of the things, and because I have been doing this a lot lately, like I'm trying not to focus on the little shit like that. Like I noticed that, and I'm like, whatever, like at least I'm getting the experience from it.
Oh,
they're trying
for sure.
I get it as I look at it. It's like, man, that guy looks like he's fucking aged 50 years. Like you could tell, like he's not that kid. But
right,
it's been 20 years since
it has,
almost 20 years since the last episode.
I mean, he's
18 years.
But they fucking got rid of Tala. Fuck.
Yeah.
But what's his face?
O'Shea Jackson.
Yeah, O'Shea. I wonder. I thought I saw that Ice Cube was going to be in it too.
Maybe.
So maybe he's in
it's
this next
water
episode.
tea.
Water tea.
Now water tea.
No wait. Ice Cube. No, he was NWO, right? Or NWA.
Yes.
Then who's the guy that played on Law and Order?
Ice-T. That's water tea.
Ice tea. And then O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s glass of water.
Cubes. Yeah. But he's Ice Cube's.
Ice Cubes.
He's Ice Cube's son.
Dad, what am I going to be?
Ice. Crushed ice.
Son, you could be crushed ice or cube squared.
Right.
But that doesn't make sense.
I would want to be cube square.
You're cubed and you're squared.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Squared, which would be just 2 cubes.
But I mean, so what?
Double cube.
So, but anyways, so back to Obi-Wan here. So we've watched pretty much 5 episodes now, and we're waiting for season finale here.
Yeah, number 6.
Number 6, which is gonna be a movie. But so far, how do you feel about it? I don't know. The story wise so far, you mentioned it earlier, this last episode was kind of the key into the lock.
Star Wars has always been, good God, Star Wars has always been one of those movies to just jump right into the action.
Yeah.
And I feel like lately too much of the story is explaining everything. Like with Book of Boba Fett, and now with this, it's like you're explaining too much of the backstory. Like, motherfucker, we already know. Go right into it. Like, let's get into this action. This is what we're waiting for. I don't need you to develop these other characters and have this bullshit going on. Like, I want to know about Obi-Wan, Anakin. Sure, we can get into some other bullshit. I don't even know if I really like having Leia in this. I know they needed to have some type of storyline and get him out of the desert, but she's kind of annoying as fuck.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I guess it goes back to that's where I guess I'm confused now, because when Leia originally sends the message through R2D2 to what's his face, to Obi-Wan, she calls him Obi-Wan, but he's telling her to call her Ben in this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it almost sounds like she's never met him, though, with the R2 message. She's like, I know you helped my father with the Clone Wars and all this shit. So, she kind of came off like, I've never met you before, but we need your fucking help, bro. But... So I don't know, that's where I'm up in the air, because some things seem like they went against canon, but at the same time, then it kind of seems like maybe canon wasn't broken, because that was the other thing too, was a lot of people were calling out how does Obi-Wan not know who Vader is? How did he not know that was Anakin? Because of the the hologram that they saw in Revenge of the Sith. It basically, they saw they hacked something, and they saw Anakin get promoted to Darth Vader.
No, they just saw him murdering all the younglings in Order 66. And then after that is when Obi-Wan cut off all his shit, and he thought he died.
No, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting at. The way he comes off is he knew the whole time. That was because he was to Reva, how did you know it was him? How did you know? There's no way you could have known. unless you were there on Order 66. And then he's like, oh my God, you were there.
Well, he's saying that because if like nobody would have known him as Anakin before turning into Darth Vader. Like a lot of people don't even know that he's Darth Vader.
Right. I don't know.
There's some other thing about that too. Some guy that served with him in the Clone Wars as Anakin also served him while he was Darth Vader, but they had no idea one was the other or that they had worked together before.
Oh wow.
I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
Some guy, but anyways. Yeah, no, I think this next episode should be good, and if they do continue the series,
yeah, I mean,
keep on going with dumbass stories.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, like, I thought this has been a pretty good, like, series. But no, really, my only gripe is that first episode where they just kept going to him cutting the fucking meat. Like, I'm still waiting for them to come back to that. like he stole, like, I get it. They were showing that he is now this regular everyday Joe just trying to make a buck in the outer rim, of the galaxy. But at the same time, it was like, and I know you felt it too. Like, what are you going to get caught? Like, what's going to happen? Like, is somebody going to like want to cut your fingers off and you fucking defend yourself, or like what happens?
Like that's.
But like they end up showing like they showed it like after the first time. I feel like the dude complaining about his pay, and then the guy's like, how about I take whatever, they were fighting and he did nothing about it. I thought that would end all right there, but no, they just kept fucking showing it over and over, and it was like, what are you getting at? We know he's feeding the fucking animal, like, but I get it. I think they were trying to achieve a certain emotion. I definitely think they overdid that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Damn Asian. That lady directing. This is a Kennedy issue.
Yeah, but other than that though, it's been kind of holding up to its name, I never really could imagine how an Obi-Wan series would go. I mean, I guess at first I was thinking it would be more Tatooine. But then like somebody brought up before, like a long time ago, like it can't be Tatooine because you don't want Vader crawling around there. So like whatever story they're gonna play, it's gonna be off world. Far from that. Yeah. And at first I thought that's what I thought, oh shit, maybe they are gonna base this all on Tatooine. But then no, they laid out the story to go find Leia, and that's that. What did Flea play in that?
Yeah, that was Flea that get kidnapped her.
Oh God.
Going back to one of our favorite movies.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Well, the second Back to the Future. Oh, we was driving that truck and almost hits the Rolls Royce. Yeah. But we got to do something about your kids, Marty. Your daughter marries a black man. I'm okay with that, Doc. Yeah, me too. Oh well. Oh, okay.
Oh man,
about you.
Go Back to the Future. We'll have to do another episode. I got some notes on that I noticed watching that recently. But yeah, guys, I think that's our show for today.
Yeah.
Good talk. Good talk.
Stay tuned for more Fan Expo.
Right. We'll be covering Fan Expo all the way up until the day after it's over. And after that, we're off cold. No.
And then we have C2E2.
Yeah, we have C2E2, but we still got post-edit production for all the video that we'll be taking. We'll be making a nice video of Fan Expo, so make sure you're watching out for that. But yeah, we got C2E2 apparently here that we're going to be going to.
Sweet too.
Sweet too. We're going to go Sweet too. But other than that, just check us out on. We're getting some more things on TikTok. Just coming up to Fan Expo here. So make sure you're following us there. Make sure you're subscribed to either our RSS feed or YouTube, and make sure you're sharing this. Share it to your friends. Share it to your parents. I don't care who you share it to. Just share it to them. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
Peace.